30 came back, but there's rather more here. You guys who got into the store are the lucky ones. I don't know if there's a line that goes all the way through the mall here and is out into the street, and it's pretty scary. I'm not going to talk for long or anything. All those poor people waiting in the street can't hear a word I'm saying. So, but I'll do a few things. Maybe I'll answer a couple questions, and then I'll start defacing your books quickly here. So, do any of you have a question or two that I can feel? Yeah, there's one right there. Where do the names of the characters come from? From anywhere and everywhere. I largely make them up. They're fantasy names. Of course, a lot of them are traditional English or American names with a letter or two tweaked, like Edward, just changed to Eddard to give it a little fantasy ring. But sometimes I don't even tweak it, like Robert is just Robert. I obviously tried to indicate that there were several different ethnic groups and cultures in my world. So the names are derived from the first men, last names are Stark and Strong and, Slate are things, are definite, they have meaning in English. The Andal names like Aaron and Lannister are little they don't refer to actual objects or qualities, so they're a little different in derivation. And of course, the Valerian names, like Targaryen and Valerion, are much more fanciful and fantasy. Then I cross the narrow sea, and I have to still other names. Let me take one more here. Yeah, first row. Benjamin Stark dead. Well, that would be telling. John doesn't know. Why should you? You'll have to keep reading to find out the answer to that one. I will answer it, but in the books, not here in Portugal.
Não sei quem se ia morrer.
Yes, against the Wooler. I wrote episode 9 of the second season, Blackwater, the big battle. So that should be one of the most expensive battles I've ever seen on film. Especially if they film it the way I write it. I think they're going to probably take out some of the stuff that I put in, just because we got, that battle is a nightmare for any producer. We got chains, we got a sea battle, we got a land battle, we got horses, we got fire, we got giant trebuchets throwing screaming men across the river. It would cost as much as the Battle of Pelennor Field if they film it that way, but it should be great. However, whatever they cut, we have a great director on that, Neil Marshall, who's a feature film director. I don't know if you've seen his work here in Portugal. He's British, but he directed The Descent, which I think is a wonderful horror movie. He directed Centurion, a really great action movie about the Romans and Britain and so forth. Yes.
Good stuff.
Do I know the date of the next book, The Fatal Question? No, when it's done. When it's done, I will turn it in and then it will be published. I make no promises beyond that. So I'm going to stop with the questions here, and sorry. Oh, all right, you. Last one here. There are 7, yeah. And we share responsibility. Also, some new characters I pushed in who I didn't originally plan for, and said, you have to write about me too, I'm important. But the tale grew into telling. 3 books or 7 books, it's really one book. It's one really, really, really big book. And maybe when it's done, just like now, people are issuing Lord of the Rings, all 3 volumes in one. Maybe when it's done, everyone will publish the entire volume in one massive leather-bound book. That would be really, really big, but I wouldn't hold my breath. with one story. It's got a beginning, a middle, and end, and however many books it's divided up into, it's still a song of ice and fire, which is Tolkien's Lord of the Rings. All right, I'm going to stop with the questions and start signing here. Let me lay down a few rules and thoughts, and then I'll give it over to you. First off, you can, those of you who didn't get to ask your questions, you can ask me questions when you come up to the table. But we're not going to have much time together, much as I would like to develop long and meaningful relationships with many of you, nice people, particularly the cute ones. We don't have the time for that. We just have minutes. So if you come up to me and say, "May I ask you a question?" the answer is yes, but you've used your question. That was your question. So don't come up and say, "May I ask you a question?" Just come up and ask the question while I'm signing your books. Because of the size of the crowd, and I really hate saying this, I hope you guys will understand, I'm not going to be able to do personal dedications or inscriptions. That makes every signature take 3 times as long, and the people in the back of the line will be having children and old by the time we're done, if that happens. Not to mention I will be dead. So I will sign two books for each of you, and only signatures. So we have to keep the line moving quickly. You can take photographs of me. You don't have to come up and say, "Can I take a photograph?" Yes, you can take a photograph. But I can't stop the line to pose for photographs. So just have the camera ready when you're up, and have some friend or the next person in line who actually knows how to work the camera. And when you get up, they can take a picture. But we can't do where you come in that line and I pose and we smile, because again, that slows things down. And we'd like to get out of here before tomorrow and so forth. So I don't know exactly what order. We can't have you